The animals are going free on the street. You have pigs, sheep, cows, ducks, chickens, and they're free. They're happy. It gets more and more green. You see people in their houses sitting, drinking terere and waving at you, saying hi. So it got more and more amazing up to El Paraiso Verde. And when we came here, we have to go through the gates, and the reception is amazing. The guys standing there welcoming you.
Not just letting you in, they want to check passports and confirm that we were welcome here. And that's a nice feeling of security whenever you are in here, that you cannot just get through. So it's a gated, guarded community. That's a nice, safe feeling.
Hi there, dear El Paraiso Verde fans. Great to have you here. Great that you have tuned in to El Paraiso Verde. And today we have wonderful news for you. Not only that El Paraiso Verde-NEW is right on its course back to the original vision, and we are going along greatly. It's wonderful. Our family has grown together here, and our family is now growing again, and especially from people from Europe, because as you know, while we are going into a wonderful future here in El Paraiso Verde-NEW, the world out there is not really going into the right direction. So today we have a family here, a wonderful family. They have come here, they've seen, experienced for themselves, which I think is the most important thing, experienced El Paraiso Verde, and then decided to stay here. And we want to talk to this family, their motivations, and especially, and that's interesting for every one of you, especially what they will do here, because I think this will be really exciting. It will be a game changer in this world. So I want to introduce to you from Denmark, family Flytli.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So my first compliment, you look like a very, very healthy young man. This is great. And right next to you is a beautiful woman, but she's not only a beautiful woman, she's a power woman. Beware, she can really move. She's a mover and shaker. And she says, I am the doer. You know, I will do whatever I say I do. Kristine van Huset Flytli. Is that so? More or less?
Actually, we're not married. Yeah. So my name is Kristine from the House of Haugard.
You are from Denmark. And whereabouts from Denmark are you guys?
Aarhus, in Jutland.
Jutland, well, you know, I'm honest, I don't know where that is. So in relation to Copenhagen, more north, more south,
no.
more east?
We are the thing connecting to Germany.
So you're close to Germany?
Yeah, the peninsula.
So, and you brought a young man with you, a young gentleman who really is also active and he really wants to get going here. Cornelius, how is that? What kind of an adventure, you know? How old are you?
15.
15. At 15, you go to the new world. It's an adventure, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we can speak very openly. What did you say when your parents confronted you and said, you know what, Cornelius, we're going to go to Paraguay? What did you do?
Get happy, very happy.
You are in this age where people normally go to school every day. Are you missing it?
No, I'm not missing it.
I can understand that, but we won't say that loud because that would be rated R, you know?
Maybe we should say that loud.
We should say that.
Why do you don't miss school in Denmark?
Not want to go to school?
Because it's not good. I'm not get happy and I go to school and it's not fun.
Maybe the families are more system conform. The children of Denmark, I think I speak for many children, are not happy. And maybe they don't know why they're not happy, but it could be because the schools in our country are not good for children. They're killing them slowly. The joy of creation, the joy of learning, making it fun, having something to say as a child in what you do 8 hours a day, and they don't have this. So I think a lot of your friends are unhappy in school.
Not happy.
When you saw the children at home and when you see the children here, Is there something that you can notice?
Yeah, here is the kids more happy in my place. So that's really nice. And my place is not good in school, and here it's very good. I see people is jumping on the trampoline and stuff. And my country is not playing too much and got sit in the room and sit there.
Right. The smartphone zombies, you know, zombie, that's
Yeah.
what you call them, right? All right. Okay. So I understand. Did you make friends here?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Already? That's
I think
great.
there's also two
How many
girls.
days are you here?
14 days.
14
days
Yeah,
more.
it's good.
Great.
And the girls too?
The two goals.
Two girls,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah. What do you want to do here?
Chill and make some new friends and be happy. That's many things I want to do. Many things. I want to jump and high things and just be chill and do what I want to.
And I just want to add something for Cornelius. We were here about 3-4 days, and then he started to wake up. In the morning he was more happy. You started to say, down here I can feel like I can do anything I want. And I never experienced you dreaming about cutting a video or doing radio, or you had all these dreams for several days, and I never heard you be so excited about creating a life in Denmark as you were when we came down here.
Yeah.
So that was amazing as a parent to feel that joy of down here we can do anything we want.
The joy, that's correct.
We just have to find out what it is.
To be honest, we just told Cornelius we were going here on a holiday for 1 month because we were afraid of his reaction. And after a few days down here, he told us, I want to live here, without us speaking about moving here at any time. So when he brought that up, we told him we might. And he, really? Are you kidding me? Yes, and then we're honest. We might move down here, and now we will move down here, especially with him being so happy and has found a lot of friends.
Cornelius, I can feel that you want to go already because you're doing something exciting today, I heard.
Yeah.
You're going to drive a motorbike?
Yeah.
Hey, that's something, you know, the 15-year-old is driving a motorbike here. Well, that's freedom, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, take care, have a lot of fun.
And you must be very happy that he's happy here.
So much.
So how did it come about that you thought about moving to another land, to another country? And what was it? What made you think that way? And what was actually the point where you decided to leave?
Well, we created the nation of Denmark in Denmark because the situation in Denmark is not good. We don't have clean water, we don't have happy children, we don't have a healthcare system that works. I can go on and on with this. Then we heard about El Paraiso Verde, and I got this pull. We have been dreaming about creating a space, a place, a nation with clean water, with happy people, with good schools, with high conscience people who wants to create to the benefit of all, for nature, for the society that they live in. And then we saw a video of you, and then the pull got stronger. And when we came here, we haven't decided yet. I haven't told Cornelius, and I hoped that you were on board, but we didn't know. So we got on a plane, different planes for 40 hours. We traveled to get here, and it was special arriving here. In Paraguay, people are very friendly. So the first we experienced is that nobody talks English, but everybody is so helpful. They're so generous, they're so eager to make the experience nice for you. even if you buy something or are looking for something. So that was nice. And then we drove for 4 hours, and we were expecting dirt roads and potholes, but we had asphalt for quite some time. And that's only your little road here. There's a dirt road from Caçapá to El Paraiso Verde, and that's not so bad.
So actually your land, your country you created in Denmark was in essence the same we wanted to create. Long time ago we spoke about El Paraiso Verde. We started
30 years
Yeah.
ago.
30 years ago.
Independent land.
community.
Community.
Yeah. That was our goal from the get-go. So we actually had the same dream.
Yes. The first time I spoke with Erwin, I felt this joy, light inside of me, because I was thinking, oh, it's already made. We can go somewhere where you share beliefs, or you don't have to share beliefs, but you're welcome and you can discuss them.
So how was it for you to come here? To come in here?
Yeah.
See El Paraiso Verde the first time?
It was amazing. You guys greeted us. We drove down in this amazing forest. You call it the Madonna Forest. And we drove down and you all greeted us with smiles and warmth and joy of seeing new people. So it was very special.
So now you have been here about 2 weeks. First you did, I think you did the info week. You came a few days earlier, right?
We came a week earlier, and that had a purpose, because we wanted to see you guys without the info week. And we wanted to experience how people are down here, because is the video you make just videos, or is it true? Are people down here happy? And are they creating? And how is it? And so we came 1 week earlier just to get the feel. And I would recommend people out there doing the same thing, because that is what made us want to come here or stay here.
It's the real life here.
That's real life, because the info week is filled with so much stuff, and it's great stuff, but it's you don't get to experience how people are. You have a supermarket, you have a library, you have people who makes qigong, and they welcome you. You have free Spanish lessons, and everywhere we went, people were saying, hey, you want to have a cup of coffee? Where do you come from? We do this. What do you do? And that was the part that made us want to move here. The thing you created down here is balanced, happy, and very nice people from all over the world. I spent so many hours collecting vegetables or meat that hasn't been pumped full of chemicals and treated poorly. And down here I just go in the mini mercado and I can choose vegetables. I can see the garden it grew in. I can see the happy people around the vegetables, and this means a lot to me.
And this is really the way it is, because our ladies in the kitchen, they sing when they cook.
Yes, they do.
They sing, and in the garden they sing, and this makes such a difference.
Food made with love.
Yeah, yeah, with joy.
It's the happiness, and then you see the kids. I've seen something that I have not seen for more than 60 years. Because I went shopping. My mother sent me, I was like 6 years old, and my mother sent me shopping to buy milk, to buy her cigarettes. She was smoking, and I could go to the tobacco store and get cigarettes, you know? I mean, a 5-year-old. I went into the shop, another shop I bought milk and butter and stuff. So I really went shopping at the age of 5 and 6. And then I saw this Saturday at the bakery, at our bakery, 3 kids like that age. standing on a bench because they couldn't reach up to the counter, standing on the bench and shopping for their parents, the bakery stuff. And it was just, yes, this is life. And tell me, where in the world can you do that? There is no place in the world where the kids can go out shopping without the parents being around. I mean, this is, I had tears in my eyes. I mean, honestly, it was just moving. It was really wonderful, you know?
One day I saw the school you have down here with Kristine, and she was here with other adults and kids playing and learning while playing. And I just stood for half an hour looking at the happy children, at the happy adults with the children. Participating, not looking at their phones, not drinking coffee or thinking, oh, I just want to go home. They were playing, and I was so amazed. And this is what I see everywhere I go. People bake, people have something with physiotherapy, people have something with homeopath, medicine. Everyone down here creates from their soul, from their purpose. They give this gift to all of us of what they want to do, and you can feel it.
Yeah, and this is what makes a community. If everybody gives something, then it gets a community. If everybody wants to take out, it will die.
Yes.
But the community needs many people who want to contribute. That's a community, and this is what we have here. And the more people we get, the bigger and the more beautiful our community will get.
Yeah.
Now it's past the info week, and so what is the goal? What do you want to do? I mean,
When are you coming? What are you going to do?
Yeah, but that's the fun part, because everybody here helps us, because we don't know yet. I told our advisor today, Daniela, your wonderful daughter, I told her, we don't know. It depends on, can we get a house down here? Should we buy a plot? Should we buy a house? Should we rent a house? There you have it again. It's this energy of El Paraiso Verde, where everybody helps you figure out, what do you want? How can we help you? I want to create down here. And in Denmark, it's so hard to start something, because every time you start to try making a business or making something happen for the youth or the sick or the happy ones, government comes and controls you. Do you have a permit for this? How many people do you have here? Why are you doing this? And down here, it's just like when you say, oh, I dream of a youth center. And then you meet 3 kids who wants the same thing, and somebody else saying, hey, I will help with that. And so anything could be done down here. But I dream of health centers. I dream of an English-speaking school.
Great.
Yes.
I want to create a shop with nice things. I want to create a restaurant with the healthy food.
Soeren, you have a very special profession, and I've heard a lot of things, and I've already experienced you in your profession.
Yeah, that's right.
Doctor. So tell us a little about what you've been doing, and yeah, about who you are, what you've been doing.
Yeah, I'm an educated medical doctor from Denmark, and I've been practicing alternative medicine for the last 15 years. I'm a holistic doctor with huge success in Denmark, the most popular alternative holistic doctor in Denmark. And my trouble is that the more I find cures and healings for people, the more the authorities want to stop me. So if I want to give the loving, best, caring treatment for my patients, it's not allowed, because I only use natural remedies. And natural remedies you cannot patent them. So the largest fraud in the world, the medical companies, they do not like it because they can't earn money on it. And that's why the authorities say to me, try not to use all that natural medicine, because it helps people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it conflicts so much with my inner soul and my basic beliefs. So I literally am escaping here to being able to help my patients with my heart with natural remedies.
And this is great. And you've talked here to our health professionals that we have.
Yeah, I've already established a healthcare center down here, and are seeing a lot of patients. And in short future, I will establish a kind of education for doctors and healthcare practitioners globally to come down here and to be taught how you should help people getting well. Yeah, because we do everything like that down here from our heart. And that's what we really realized a few days after we arrived here, is that the frequency amongst the settlers, the inhabitants in El Paraiso Verde, is so high that we looked at each other, okay, there's no turning back now. We need to go here, because a lot of our advice is acknowledged and recognized down here, so they already know, but they just need to...
But they need to be reminded.
So it's equal frequency with our own frequency, and that is so tempting, because in Denmark, if you say something to somebody and they haven't heard that before, you need to drink 1/2 a liter of cow's milk a day, not to get osteoporosis, and that's just the fattest lie.
That's a lie.
If that's the start with
just
a patient,
the opposite, right?
There's a long way to the complete healing.
Especially in Denmark with the milk and the yogurt.
It's like throwing pearls at pigs, it's called.
Yeah, but we also experience the other doctors down here. And normally in Denmark, they don't cooperate very well, because we all have some different parts of what we do that we are experts in.
They see you as competition.
Yeah, they see you as competition, or the ego gets too puffed up and what I'm doing is the best. Right. But the first experience we had with the other doctors is, wow, tell me what you do and how you do it. Right. And do you want to know something about how I do my stuff? So this was, again, high frequency, people wanting to share, not to be greedy and afraid of maybe not knowing everything, but experiencing the joy of new knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what you tell us makes me very happy, because this is exactly what we wanted to create. This is exactly, do you remember?
We came here for alternative medicine.
This is exactly what we wanted to do.
And
to have a space where people can support each other, learn from each other, educate other people in their speciality, and so that people can learn from each other and going up in frequency and create a space where this can be. Because like you said, in Denmark it's not possible, and I think there are not a lot of places in the world where this can happen.
The biggest goal is exactly to make people take responsibility for their own health.
Right, for their own life.
That's the most part of what I do as a doctor, is like facilitate that the patient takes its own life seriously and take responsible for their lives. That's the biggest matter. It's not to take this vitamin or this medicine. It's all way around, and that frequency is really down here. So it's a lot easier for me to succeed in my treatments.
So out there, if you have any type of non-optimum health condition, here you have the environment where you can really get well, because the vibration is good, the energy is good. We remind you our resurrection energy in the tree circle of the Madonna wood. As I saw already, we've been patients yesterday, so we had a consulting with Dr. Soeren and his lovely wife. I like to listen, because listening means I hear something new. When I talk, I only hear what I already know, so it's better to listen than to talk. And also, knowledge and wisdom is the only thing that multiplies if it gets shared. You share it, and as you share it, it multiplies. So I can tell you, when we started El Paraiso Verde, the reason was our health seminar, our Rejuve seminar for rejuvenation and to explore the potential of mankind to potentially live forever. Doesn't mean that we all will live forever. It just means potentially your body could be designed to live forever if we knew everything, if we had the real playbook, if we had the manual for it. Then let's put it this way, you probably can live much longer than you think. So it was amazing for us that so many things he told us. First of all, I'm so very thankful to you, doctor, because you reminded us of the things that you forget in a stressful life. But so many things he said, we already have been teaching 15 years ago. And you know what? Truth does not have a copyright. Truth is not pertaining to one person. The truth is the truth. And when people are looking and seeking for answers, they always come up with the same truth. And this is wonderful that we now don't need to do this ourselves because we have qualified medical doctors, and not only one. We have a licensed medical doctor here that is running the medical division now. There will be a health center, a big one. So we are very happy, and I know that we can achieve our goal, that you can live in a healthy body for as long as your soul wants it and as long as your soul plan has to be fulfilled. And that's basically the goal that we all share. Anyway, so what do you think? You've already talked to our specialists that are actually doing the blood analysis, and that's your specialty. The blood analysis that you all know from our newsletters, where we can actually determine if a person has had a DNA disruption, which is relatively easy to repair, or DNA damage, which we can also repair. And where for the first time we can actually determine if somebody that has been in contact with mRNA, be it with people that have been vaccinated or with their own vaccination, we can determine is there a damage and what is the extent of the damage. You've seen this work. What do you think?
It's amazing. I'm an expert in this live blood analysis done in dark field microscopy. It's amazing what you can see in the blood. You can see the level of inflammation, you can see mold, yeast, candida, you can see parasites, bacteria, leaky gut infections, radioactivity, and the trouble with the vaccines.
It's so wonderful. When I started out, when the whole thing started with the seed time that we had in 2020 to 22, I said we need to first, before we say anything, we need to first know, is there damage caused by the injection, yes or no? And I was always telling to my doctors and the practitioners, we need to first have a test to say yes, no, and the extent. And now we have it. We can really determine. Then the good news is everybody can be repaired, but only if they want to, because it really takes effort on part of the patient. This is why I like your credo that the patient needs to be taking the responsibility to get well. I think this is awesome. And I always said you need to have a blood test that determines the damage of the DNA, and also you need to have the live blood analysis, because there you can see what's going on. You cannot do that with a dry blood test, but you can see what's going on. So I'm very grateful that you are an expert. I've seen him working. I mean, it's awesome. He's just a pro, and I appreciate people that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. What's your dream? I mean, we've showed you a possible place for the health center, and you know that place already. Maybe you'll guess. You've seen that place. How would you like that place?
It could make an awesome place for a healthcare center. Get other doctors that are interested in healing people to come here. And when we talk to the healthcare practitioners and the doctors, I told them my goal was that we also teach children who were interested in this, and they were all on board. And this has the possibility to be one of the first healthcare centers in the world that actually heal, educate, and spread knowledge that are useful for human beings.
Right.
Not only useful, but life-saving.
That's actually what the truth is that actually the basic for how to stay healthy should be taught in school.
Yes.
That's it.
This is so important, and this is actually so much what you told us yesterday is part of we discovered in our, before we did our Relchov seminar.
If you teach healthcare to children, it puts on a demand on the parents, so they get educated as well.
So the whole package is actually here. You can come here and you can have the ability to heal. Your mind, your body, and your soul will expand, because the people you meet here are so high conscience people that you can have conversations that will spark joy in your soul.
So being here is a therapy.
Yes, it is.
That's correct. The place is a therapy, and the people are therapy. They're part of the therapy. So the idea is, if I understand you correctly, so you would like to have people come here and stay for a while, correct? What is a while?
Well, it's up to the people, because you don't get healed by 4 hours of conversation and 1 hour blood analysis. So you need to take responsibility and practice some discipline about how you change your life. And
Life
this
interventions is
Yeah, and this is what I love. How do you change? Why do I not change? What are my patterns?
why do I get cancer? Maybe it's a sign of me doing something wrong in my life. And life interventions and facilitating that,
Yeah.
and letting people know where to go and what to do, that heals itself.
Imagine going into a place with a problem, and the first you meet says, "Hi, what can I do for you?" And the person says, "Well, I have migraines and my foot hurts and I have problems with my stomach." And the lovely receptionist looks at you and says, "Okay, I have the experts here. Just one moment. You have to go see her, you have to go see him, and right here. And while you wait, you can go over here and you can enjoy a meal that's going to rejuvenate all of your body while drinking clean, revitalized water." So imagine, instead of stress and anxiety and the feeling of illness, coming into a place where you're met as the human being you are, because we all experience the body and the mind in different ways. And down here we can take care of all this, because you have already drawn these people here. The best people in the world are practicing down here.
And they really start to enter now. And that's why we are here now, because now it starts. And before this place is filled up, we want to have our spot.
That's true. Just to make sure.
That's it.
Now, like, it was a long, long haul with El Paraiso Verde. I mean, we did not expect that it would take 7 years to get everything cleared out. And now we have cleared out everything out of the way. Now for like 10 months, we have been putting this thing back to what we already wanted. And if you do a project like this, it's so easy that the project goes another way, another route.
Your dreams from the start is somewhat like we are describing, we are going to create down here, but you guys just met so many obstacles on the way. And as I understand, it's from October 23. From there on, you got the management and everything is more in order now. So my advice to people investigating who is Erwin, who is Sylvia and all that, before 23 and after 23, it's different. Correct. Try to look at videos from October 23. It's much better. We want to look into the future and see things positive.
It is very important to come and see yourself, because I think this is sort of a qualification to live here. These people have cut through the stuff that they've been hearing, and they said, I want to see it myself. It's so easy to listen to somebody and then take his opinion, but why don't you come here and ask any question you want to? I mean, you have asked questions, I'll give you the answers. No, you have nothing to hide, so you can have any answer that you want to, but you have to come here. So I do believe that we could have 1,000 people here in about a year, especially with how the world is going. I think the most important thing is that this is a spiritual community. And you just made it very, very, very nicely put. The people are on a different frequency. And if you don't feel that the frequency in your home country is the one that you would like to live in, then maybe you try our frequency here. Tune in to El Paraiso Verde. I'm sure you will love it here. This is good.
That's actually good advice. If you sit out there and feel the urge to discover how it would be to be in an environment with high frequency people, food and land, rip out 2 or 3 weeks of your calendar and come here and experience it, because I can't say it, you have to experience it.
And the beautiful thing is that there's still a lot to do here, so it's not all done. You're very needed here, and all the people who want to help and want to participate, we put the frame there, but the picture is not done yet. Actually, this place, not by me or Erwin, this place is designed to bring each and every person in their, let's put it this way, in their own godly self, in their real beingness, godly beingness, or however you want to say it, but I think you know what I mean. This place is made for that. And if people are not ready and are still in that mode to find somebody else for their problem, they will not get well, and they will not be able to change their life, and they will not higher up their own frequency because they can't.
And you experience this because everything down here isn't perfect. You need to take action on what you want down here. Do you want something done with an adventure park? You have to start it.
Correct.
If you want something in the lake, you have to start it. If you want something in the school, you just tell the one having the school, could we have something about this? And it will happen. But you have to take this responsibility. And when we come from Europe, we're so cuddled. We don't know what to eat, we don't know how to think, because everybody else does it for us. So when you come here, it could be a shock. And when we talk to the residents here, they kind of felt the shock, because now you're here and now you're responsible. And we were visiting lovely friends yesterday, and they played us this song from Janis Joplin. And it's about when you want and when you feel responsibility, you feel freedom. And you just have to see that hurdle. Don't get scared. You said it yourself in the start of the interview. It might not work the first time, but then you sit down or you ask someone else, how do I make this work? You keep on going, because this is what we want. We want this to be paradise on earth. And we can only do that by contributing to both the society down here, but also ourselves. Take responsibility in how you act, how you talk, how you work.
Total freedom is total responsibility. You cannot have freedom if you don't take the responsibility. You know, we don't have problems, we have challenges. We do see that everything, whenever you hit the brick wall, life wants to tell you something. It's only for those people who hit the brick wall and stand up again and say, okay, so why did I hit the brick wall? What does it have to do with me? Because, you know, when you have a crisis in your life, or when you have a crisis as a community, when you have a crisis in whatever you have a crisis. Karl Lagerfeld said this. He said, in a crisis, intelligent people look for solutions. Idiots look for culprits. And that's very interesting. So I think this is the one thing that we tell you if you come here. If you have a place where everything is perfect, I mean everything is perfect, and the meal is perfect, and the life is perfect, and everything is perfect, then you are in paradise, you know, truly. But then you're also dead, because that's a real paradise, you know. This is the green paradise, which means you even have a better chance, because you're not getting, if everything would be perfect, you would have nothing to create, you would have nothing to do, you wouldn't have a challenge, your muscles would wither, you know. And But here you have in the green paradise, you have an added plus. It has the potential to be perfect, but it isn't. And this is the opportunity, that's the challenge, that's the goal, that's the room to create. Now, if everything is perfect, you have no room to create. Here you have the room to create. So people that say, well, this should be done, this should be done, and then we just tell them, do it. Why don't you do it? I like this so much about you guys because you said, okay, let's do this. The health center is our dream from the get-go, but it does need somebody who knows there will be obstacles, but the obstacles are here to overcome. You tell the people of your country what to think about it. You should do this in Danish.
I will not do it in Danish, but I will do it in English because this is for every country, every human being out there in their country. Look at this place. You don't have to come here and live here, but stay tuned on what happens here, because this is the creation of the new world. You can look at this place and feel that you can change, and you can do this all over the world. Here in El Paraiso Verde, they were a bit ahead of the future, and they are already creating the new world. So stay tuned to what happens here, and if you feel the pull to come down here and start creating more new, more love, more high frequency, then come. And if you feel the frequency and the urge to do it in your own country, just look at what happens here, because they are showing you how it could be done.
Thank you. I get goosebumps.
Nothing else I can say, my friends. See you at El Paraiso Verde. Thank you very much, Kristine. Thank you very much, Soeren. Thank you very much, Sylvia, for being the angel here. I'm just a facilitator. So we love you all. We love you all. Come and visit us. Come and be with us. And if you like, come and stay with us. Thank you very much.